Hello everyone, this is going to be the fourth tutorial in my Tetris series, and today we are going to set up a window for configuring the keys. Now, we have our keyGetter class from last time. I wonder if there's a way to hide that. Oh well. So we have our keyGetter class from last time, and each key is represented by an integer and then the string that it's called by. And I think we're actually going to want to change that around because I was thinking about it. And we're actually going to want to change this to string, comma, integer. And then change it up here as well. And switch it down here as well. And the reason for this being is we're going to have the list of the key names, and then we want to know what number it actually is. So we're going to have the list of the key names for the user to choose from, and then we want to know which one it actually is. And that's why we're going to get the number by the name. And also, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll get to that in a bit. So what we're going to do is we have our file here. We're going to add an options under high score, and let's just create a whole new class for the options menu. Call it configuration. Or rather, let's just make it simple and call it config. So we can go to refactor, rename, and just call it config. Okay. And then we're going to have three Tetris doesn't have that many controls. There's gonna be a pause, a drop, or make it go down one, move left, move right, and rotate. So public static int rotate left, right, down, pause. And these integers are going to represent the different key integers for those actions. And then we're going to have public static void load or open config and pass in the JFrame to add it to. Import JFrame, JFrame options equals new JFrame options dot set size. For now, 400 by 300 is probably going to be good. Options dot set resizable false, and options dot set visible true. I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Oh, options dot set location relative to frame. I'm not completely sure how that's going to work, but let's try it out. So let me check that for a second. Yep, that's, oh, we want to set the layout to null. Options dot set layout null. So now let's add a new JMenu item. JMenu item options equals new JMenu item options. Options dot add action listener, new action listener, get rid of that S, public void action performed action event E. Then we're going to do config dot open config frame. No, not frame. Oh. Okay, well, I don't see why we can't do that. Final. Yeah, that shouldn't cause any problems. Okay, so make this JFrame final because we can't pass in this otherwise. And now, above exit, file.add options. Now let's run that. We have our options menu. If we open it, we have this options screen. And we should be set. Okay. One other thing I want to do is we're just going to get rid of this set always on top true for now. I may or may not figure something out for that later. But for now, let's just get rid of it. And let's actually change these to strings. Okay. And now let's create another void, static void add choice, string name, JFrame options. And then what a choice is it's basically a drop-down list of everything that you it's basically a drop-down list of choices. So we're gonna add choices, and also int x, int y for the positioning. We're gonna add choices for the 5 different keys: rotate, left, right, down, and pause. And we also going to create public static array list string get key names. Control Shift O to import ArrayList. ArrayList string result equals new ArrayList string. And hold on a second. Okay. For string s key getter dot let's make this a public static hash map. Keys dot get dot key set. Result result dot add s. And then one thing I want to do is kind of think anything below this right is rather pointless and really not worth including. So once we hit the key name right, we're gonna stop adding anything. So if s dot equals ignore case right, we're going to break, and that ends the for loop. Then we return result. Okay, and let's just add an add choice call here. Left options, and let's put it at 10 10 or 30 10. J text J label. That's what I want. J label name, or just call it label, equals new J label, and pass in the name, and label dot set bounds x, the y that was passed in, minus 20, and then probably 100 by 20. And J choice keys equals new J choice. It's just choice, no J. Choice key equals new choice key dot add, and we're just gonna, okay, so we're just gonna add all of the we're just gonna add all the key names to it. So for string s get key names, key dot add s, then key dot set bounds no quotes, sorry, x y 120, and options dot add this, or no, options dot add key, options dot add label, and we also want a public private static array list choices. Choices equals new array list choice, and then in here we're going to add our key to our choice to it, that add key. Okay, so let's see how well this turned out. File, options, and now you see we have our whole list here of keys, although they are rather out of order, which really does not look very good. That's certainly strange, because they all print out in a nice order. Huh. Well, I guess the simplest solution to this is going to be to create a public static array list string key names, then key names equals new array list string key, and we'll just add them on here. So key names dot add name, and then we'll just loop through that instead. Key dot key names. Let's try that one. So now, hold on, I have too many of these windows open. Close, close, close that. File, options, Okay, now they're all actually in order, kind of. That, oh, why is it? Seems to have right twice. Well, let's just end it at F24 then. So, in our config, F24. Once again, too many windows. Close one of those. File, options, and then we have all of our different keys finally. And now we just have to set a default value to it, which is obviously going to be left. And we should probably move it down a little bit. So, let's say if we start this at 40, and then run that, file, options, it seems to have had no effect on it. Oh, that was the X. 30, let's make this 30 as well. Save, options, and the reason it updated like that is because I'm running it in debug mode. So now we have left, and we're going to default it to left, or actually we're going to, the next tutorial will cover actually saving all of this stuff, but for now it's going to default to left. So let's just say rotate equals up equals left, right equals right, down equals down, and pause equals P. And we're going to make this return a choice. Choice return key, and that way we can set it to the right one. So choice left equals add choice, then left dot set this is kind of annoying. What's this do? No, I don't think that's what we want. Let's see what else we have here. Left dot okay, left dot select and left for now, or yeah, this dot left. Nope, okay. Config dot left. There we go. So now if we run this, options, left is the initially selected one for this, and then we'll do a similar thing for right, 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 for down, 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 and down, and up, let's just call it rotate. That's probably a better idea. Rotate and rotate. And let's move this one down to 60. Let's move this one over to 150. Let's move this one over to 150 and down to 60. And we'll get rid of that and see how this looks. File, options. Okay, so we obviously need to move those down a little bit more. 80, 80, and I feel like right should be the one next to this, so actually let's make this 150, 30, and then we'll make this 30, 80, and 150, 80. So now we have options, left, right, down, rotate, and now we need pause. So once again, copy, paste, choice, pause, equals add choice, pause, config.pause, and let's put this one back on the 30 side and put it at 130. File, options, left, right, down, rotate, of course. Change this to pause as well. Okay, so now that that's working, let's add our button that will finish it all up. So public static void save changes. Choice left equals choices.get 0, and then we'll just go through all of them like this. Right, down, rotate, and pause, and they just match the order that they were put in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then config.left equals left, not that left. Okay, left.get selected item. Copy and paste this as well. Right, up, down, rotate, and pause equals right, down, rotate, and pause. And now we just have to call this method from a button when it gets pressed. So JButton done equals new JButton done, or let's just make it okay. I like done better. Done. Import JButton. Done.set bounds. I'm thinking maybe a 150, 200, 150. Done.add action listener. New action listener. Public void action performed action event E, close that, import all that. Save changes, and we're gonna want to close options. Options dot disable or dispose, and looks like we have to make it final as well. That's no problem. Okay, so now what should happen is, oh, we need to add this, of course. Options dot add done. Let's see how this all looks. Options, there's our big, too big. Just put this down to 220 and make it only 30. Okay, so options, all these, and then done. And then if we change this, so if we wanted to make it like W, or if we wanted to make it WASD keys, so change this to A, change right to D, change down to S, and change rotate to W and leave pause the same. Click done. Then if we go back to our options, you can see it saved our previous options. And in the next tutorial, I will go over how to actually save these to your computer somewhere, so that each time you open the program, it will reload these. That's the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions about it, leave a comment and I'll try to address it in a future tutorial. If you like the video, like it, even a favorite. And if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe to my channel and leave me a positive comment. Thank you for watching.